Take a look at this ugly product page. I want you to look at it carefully. How many UX and UI mistakes can you spot? Pause the video, write your number in the comments, but be honest, okay? Ready? If you found at least 10 mistakes, congratulations, you are a great designer. I can see at least 15 major mistakes. Some are obvious, some are much easier to miss. My goal is that by the end of this video, you'll know how to design the best product pages that users absolutely love. So, let's apply some of our UX peak magic and fix it one by one. The difference will be huge, and I'll reveal a few cool surprises as well. Mistake 1, icons lost in the image. The product image goes all the way to the edge, and the navigation icons sit directly on top of it. At first, this might seem fine. The icons are visible, but they're only visible because this specific image is dark enough. Now watch what happens when we switch the product image to something brighter, like pineapple. The icons almost disappear, and this is a very common UI problem. Product pages don't have one image forever. They need to work with dark images, bright images, busy images, simple images, lifestyle photos, and clean product shots. So the fix is simple. We add a subtle background container behind the icons. We give the icons enough contrast, and we add a thin outline so they stay readable on different backgrounds. Now the icons work no matter what product image is used. This is the difference between designing for one screen and designing for a real product system. And one of the best ways to do that is to study how great products already solve similar problems. That's why I use Mobbin. With Mobbin, you can explore real product flows from some of the best apps in the world. So if you are designing an e-commerce experience, you can look at product pages, checkout flows, order confirmations, saved items, and so many other patterns. It helps you see how strong products guide users through the full journey, from discovering a product to buying it and tracking the order afterwards. And because we partnered with Mobbin for this video, you can get 20% off your first year subscription using our link below. Mistake 2, the product image. Product images are one of the most important parts of any e-commerce page. They create emotion, they build trust, and in many cases, they take up the largest part of the screen. Here we have 6 options: A, B, C, D, E, and F. Pause the video and pick the one you think works best. Okay, if you picked F, you're right, but not just because it looks clean. Here's why. Option A is too busy. The strawberries fill the entire frame, so there's no clear focal point. Option B has a focal point, but the focus is the hands, not the product. It feels more like a lifestyle photo than a clean product image. Option C looks simple, but it shows one strawberry while the product is sold by weight. That creates a small mismatch in the user's mind. Option D is styled nicely, but the pink background feels a bit artificial. For fresh organic food, the image should feel natural, honest, and real. Option E is actually strong. The strawberries look fresh, natural, and high quality. But there's one problem. This image will not live alone. It will sit inside a product grid next to many other products. If every product has a different background, different lighting, different props, and different colors, the full catalog starts to feel messy. That's why F wins. It keeps the natural feeling of the strawberries, places them on a clean background. The product becomes the focus, and the entire catalog can follow the same visual system. This is an important principle. A good product image is not just beautiful by itself. It also has to work inside the full shopping experience. Mistake 3, alignment. This one is simple, but it makes a huge difference. In professional UI design, text, icons, prices, buttons, and sections should follow a clear layout grid. Right now, some elements are slightly too far left, others are slightly too far right, and the spacing feels inconsistent. When alignment is off, users may not consciously notice it, but they feel it. The screen feels less calm, less structured, less trustworthy. So we clean it up. We define consistent margins. For example, if the content starts 24 pixels from the left, it should follow the same structure across the screen. Once everything snaps into the same grid, the page instantly feels more balanced, more intentional, and more professional. Mistake 4, color. The colors in this design are too bright, too saturated, and they emphasize the wrong things. That creates 2 problems. First, the screen becomes harder to read. Second, the hierarchy becomes weaker because too many elements are competing for attention. On a fresh organic food product page, the colors should support the product. They should not overpower it. So we switch to a softer, more natural palette. The interface now feels calmer, cleaner. This is what good color does. It sets the mood, supports the product, and helps users focus on what matters. Mistake 5, typography. Fonts can completely change how a design feels. Right now, the screen uses too many font styles, and the type doesn't feel fully consistent. A good product page doesn't need many fonts. In most cases, one strong font family is enough. You can create hierarchy using size, weight, color, and line height. So we simplified the typography. We use Lotto, a cleaner font. Now the design has a much stronger foundation. Mistake 6, labels. Now let's look at the labels. The fruits label feels cramped because the letters are too close together. For small uppercase labels, adding a little letter spacing usually helps the text breathe. But the bigger issue is the discount badge. Right now it says 20% off discount and also includes an icon. That's too much for a small label. In UI design, badges should be quick to scan. The user should understand them instantly. Something like 20% off is enough. It still communicates the offer, but it's no longer stealing too much attention from the product itself. Mistake 7, the title. The title is one of the most important pieces of information on the page. It tells the user what they're buying, so it needs to be clear, readable, and easy to scan. Right now, the title feels slightly unbalanced. It's bold, but the size and weight do not create the right hierarchy. A product title should stand out without shouting, so we adjust the size, we adjust the weight, and we make it feel more natural inside the layout. Now the title is easier to read, easier to scan, and much better balanced with the rest of the page. Mistake 8, paragraph text. Now let's fix the paragraph text. The lines are too close together, which makes the description feel tight and harder to read. Paragraph text should not fight for attention. It should help the user understand the product comfortably. So we increase the line height. We slightly reduce the contrast of the body text. This will make the paragraph feel easier to scan. A simple typography rule is this: headlines attract attention. Paragraphs support understanding. When the paragraph is easier to read, the whole page feels calmer and more trustworthy. Mistake 9, review placement. Now we're getting deeper into UX thinking. The rating is currently too far away from the product title. That's a problem because reviews are one of the strongest trust signals in e-commerce. When users see the product name, they should also quickly see how well it's rated. What is it, and can I trust it? So we move the rating closer to the title. Now users immediately understand 3 important things: what the product is, how it's rated, and whether other people trust it. This makes the buying decision feel easier. Good UI is not just about arranging elements, it's about placing information where the user needs it most. We're still far from a great design, but if you compare it with where we started, you can already see a big improvement. And you'll love what's coming next. This is the part of design that most tutorials skip. They show you how to make the screen look nicer, but they don't always explain why one decision makes the product easier to use, easier to trust, or easier to buy from. And that's really the whole idea behind the UX Peak Plus platform. Inside UX Peak Plus, we break down real UX and UI decisions like this. Not just what looks great, but why it works, how it affects the user, and how you can apply the same thinking to your own designs to build the best websites, apps, or software application. If you want to grow as a designer or a product person, you need to understand the thinking behind strong product design. So if you want to go deeper after this video, use code REDESIGN25 to get 25% off UX Peak Plus. You can find everything on our website. Now let's continue with the redesign. Mistake 10, feature icons. At first glance, this section might seem fine. It communicates useful product benefits. But visually, there are several problems. There are too many colors. The icon styles are inconsistent. Some icons feel heavy, some feel light, some are filled, some are outlined. In good UI design, icons should share the same visual logic. So we simplify the colors. We make the icon style more consistent, and we tighten the spacing. Now the section still communicates the benefits, but it no longer dominates the screen. You can use different colors in UI design, but they need to be used intentionally. Mistake 11, divider lines. Now let's look at the divider lines. They are extremely dark and heavy. They pull too much attention. Divider lines are meant to separate sections. When dividers are this strong, the page starts to feel divided into harsh blocks instead of one smooth experience. So we soften them. Now it feels subtle, clean, and more elegant. This is a small detail, but small details are often what make an interface feel premium. Mistake 12, spacing balance. The spacing between some sections is too large. White space is important, but too much white space in the wrong place can make the layout feel disconnected. So we tighten the spacing slightly. Now the sections sit closer together, the flow is easier to scan, and the whole interface feels more cohesive. Good spacing is not just about adding more empty space, it's about creating the right relationship between elements. Mistake 13, redundant price label. Now let's move to the price area. We can see the word price before the number, but in this context, it's unnecessary. When users see a number with a currency symbol, they already understand that this is the price. And if you want to be super accessible and label the price, then logically we should also label the quantity selector next to it. Otherwise, the interface becomes inconsistent. So the cleaner solution is simple. Remove the label completely. Let the price speak for itself. Mistake 14, product quantity and price placement. The product title includes 1 kilogram, but this creates a problem. Why? Because the user can already change the quantity using the selector, so the product is no longer fixed to 1 kilogram. That makes the title misleading. Instead, the title should describe the product itself. The quantity should be handled separately in the buying area. There's also another improvement we can make. The price is currently placed quite far down the screen. There are different ways to handle pricing depending on the product, the audience, and the buying context. But in this case, users should see the price much earlier. Now when users see the product, they immediately understand what it is, how good it is, and how much it costs. Mistake 15, the purchase action. The Add to Cart button should be the most important action on the screen, but right now, it feels too aggressive. The text is all caps, the size is large, the button feels like it's shouting. So we soften it. We make it feel more refined. But there's another issue. The quantity selector is too far away from the Add to Cart button. When users buy something, they choose how much they want, then they add it to the cart. So we place them next to each other. We also add the unit, kilograms, directly inside the selector. And finally, we add the total price inside the Add to Cart button. Now the user knows what they're about to pay before they click. That removes uncertainty. But this is where many redesigns stop. The mistakes are fixed, the page looks cleaner, but strong product design is not just about fixing what is broken. It's about making the whole experience feel easier. Now let's take this redesign one step further. Improvement 1. Turn the content into a scrollable card. First, we turn the content area into a soft scrollable card with rounded corners and a subtle shadow. The product image has its own space. The product details have their own space. As the user scrolls, the card slides up over the product image, keeping the product visible for the first part of the experience. Then, once the image is no longer the main focus, the product title transitions into the top navigation and stays sticky. So even when the user scrolls deeper into the page, they never lose context. Improvement 2. Add a sticky bottom action area. Now the quantity selector and Add to Cart button stay visible while the user scrolls. This is powerful because users don't always decide to buy at the top of the page. Sometimes they scroll. They read more details, they look at related products, and when they finally feel ready, they can act immediately. And this is where the design becomes much stronger, because we are no longer just making the screen look better, we are making the buying experience easier. Improvement 3, add predefined quantity options. For example, 500 grams, 1 kilogram, 2 kilograms. Instead of forcing users to tap the quantity selector multiple times, they can choose a common option with one tap. And these options can be based on real purchase data. If most customers buy 1 kilogram or 2 kilograms, those should be easy to select. We still keep the custom quantity selector for flexibility. This is a small UX improvement with a real business impact. And now we have a design that scales beautifully across different products. The images feel consistent. The layout feels predictable. The product information is easy to scan. This is what strong UI design looks like. So what do you think? Is this new version better than the original? How many of the 15 mistakes did you spot before I revealed them? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to see how many you found. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.